Hey, this is George.
Hey, this is Fred.
This is Real Talk with George and Frazier. What's going on, brother? Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, brother.
How's everything going?
Pretty good, usual.
You got to slide over so we can see your face a little. There we go. See your face a little bit better.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
There we go.
happy to be back in the new show, New Year. I'm glad
Oh
that
yeah.
we got all the health issues out the way. We got another banging show for our first guest. He's been on the show time and time again. We got him on the phone, Mr. Cozy Mobetta. Welcome to Real Talk.
Hold on.
Thank y'all for having me, man.
Yeah, you up here with me, man, in
Can
this
you hear
winter.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You up here with me, man, in this winter storm we going through, man. How you doing down there in Philly?
Oh man, this storm, man, it didn't pain me. I feel it already. It's out here right now, man. I'm so concerned and worried about my wife, man, because she got to drive home in this. Yeah,
No
yeah.
doubt, no doubt.
It didn't start up here. Yeah, it started up here already, man, in Philly, man.
Definitely.
It started
Well,
up there already.
Frazier's here laughing at us because he's in a t-shirt. I'm down here doing the show in a jacket. You know what I'm saying?
You know I'm
you
having
guys
fun.
are teasing me. You guys are teasing me. You know,
Crazy.
that's okay. But you know, I'm on the inside, so I'm warm. I'm okay. I'm here with you guys. So I'm down there. I'm down there too, getting some of that sun.
No doubt. Well, listen, brother, thanks for coming back on the show. Tell everybody, what you've been through. I think your album just dropped too. Is that correct?
Oh, actually, well, the past two singles that I just released with was Critters and Haters Mad. But right now, I'm in the studio right now recording a new single called Do You Feel Me? That's what's happening right now. That's what's bubbling right now. We're in the studio recording it right now. So hopefully it'll be out by next month. Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So what else have you been doing besides hitting the studio hard? How's your New Year's been?
It's been great, man. Been doing some performance, down in Charleston, South Carolina, interviews and things of that nature. A lot of my music been playing a lot on the radios and things of that nature. So I've been doing a lot of interviews lately. But at this point right now, like I said, I'm back in the studio recording this hot new single, bubbling single. That's gonna be definitely for the ladies when they come out.
All right.
Just still grinding, just still grinding.
How's the show schedule going with you when it comes to COVID and the COVID protocols? Are you finding issues with that, or are the shows starting to turn out a little bit more?
Well, I have a show coming up March 25th that I'm putting together. I haven't had too difficulties doing any shows, man. I guess because of this pandemic thing, a lot of people, they've been really limiting the guests that come. So it hasn't really been too hard for me. A lot of people have been wanting me to do a lot of stuff online, and I'm really not used to that. I really like to be there live. So I just go in a lot of places, man, that people protected.
Right.
Nice. Hey, but with all that cozy, like the new singles coming out, all that stuff there. Like, what are some of the trouble you're having? Like getting like studio time and stuff, the COVID, because that protocol and stuff. Like you can't be in one same place and stuff.
That funny you say that because George, this new single right now, man, is supposed to have been recorded like a couple months ago.
Right.
To the COVID, the producer got kind of sick and things of that nature, so he had to shut it down for a little bit. But it did play the effect, a big effect on this new single that I'm doing. Thank God that things that got kind of cleaned up, that we're able to go back in the studio and record this new single. Yeah, but it did put some kind of little damper on my recording. Funny you say that.
Nice.
Because a lot of people didn't want to take any chance,
Okay.
Nice. But so, what other things you working on? Like other projects? You working on other projects like you got coming up? Like, are you thinking about more and more doing more shows? But then again, giving to the community stuff like that.
By me having a great manager, man, at the CEO of the Brandon Us Radio out in Charleston, South Carolina. they're doing a lot of things, putting a lot of stuff lined up for me for some shows like actually next month. Um, and one after I was supposed to be doing some openings for some great artists out there in Charleston, South Carolina. So that's just on the table right now. A lot of stuff is being lined up for me at this point right now. But the main thing that's been happening for me right now, I've been getting a lot of radio play and interviews.
That's
Nice.
great. And how do you? So let me ask you: is your music rate, your a management company and your label the one that's setting that up for you? Because I know last time we spoke, a lot of independent artists have a lot of time doing the promotion, the managing, recording, packaging, doing all those particular things. But it seems like you got into a groove where you've got a slot to slide into, should I say, that they've been able to do that so you can just focus more on being an artist.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not with a label right now. You know what I mean? I'm still an independent major. It's just that I have a manager now that, has his own company, and they're doing some major things for me, so I'm still like independent on my own. So I'll be lining up a lot of stuff myself with my manager. So that's the great thing at this point right now. I'm not signed to a label or anything.
Well, I like what you said. You said you an independent. You said you an independent major. That's what I
Amazing.
like. That's what I like.
I'm an independent big. I mean, so that's where I'm at this point right now. So we looking for a lot of sponsors and things of that nature from me. So Coach Mobetta got his own destiny,
That's right.
So yeah. So
Nice.
now. Yeah.
Nice. So I mean,
Trying to start a little merch with my clothing line, and
there you go.
and stuff like that. Get ready to come out, stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff in the works for me, and I thank God. I'm working with a couple great artists that's out here right now. They're gospel singers. We do a couple gospel songs. So that's another thing that's on Cozy Mobetta list. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a new year, man. When God gives you something, man, you got to go where He called you at.
That's right.
That's true.
So that's what's happening with me right now, man.
Well, listen, we definitely appreciate you checking in. We don't want to chew up too much of your studio time. You go ahead, man. Let us get a sample of that little single when it's done, and we'll definitely push it for you.
But you know what? Y'all definitely gonna be the first to get that listen because Lord, if you get a chance, you may can go to my Facebook page and you can see us in the studio and listen to some of the soundtrack, that's the music that's being played in the background. Because
All right.
it's definitely gonna be a great. I'm more excited about this song than any of the songs that I've done.
Oh, okay.
All right. So tell everybody where they can find you at your Facebook page if they want to see some live studio session stuff going on right now.
Exactly.
They can go to Moses Fields, which is my government name, right?
Right.
But when you
Okay.
look at the page, you got to see the moving profile video to know that it's me, because the moving profile that's up is Critters. So especially also if you want Cozy Mobetta, all you got to do is Google my name. My stuff is on Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, iHeartRadio. All the musical digital outlets out there in the world, Cozy Mobetta music is there. So definitely, again, also I got to say that I got a show coming up March the 25th here in Philadelphia. It's invite only. You can be invited, but you have to inbox me so I can give you the location due to this pandemic. So that's why it's invite only. It's a birthday entertainment show for me and my wife and a couple employees that work on my job. I'm putting a show together, entertainment show. You get some live performance. Come on out. It's definitely gonna be balling.
True.
So yeah.
True.
And I need to shout out to my manager JBM on the brand of bus out there in Charleston, South Carolina, and to my man Solo, and to my man Terrell Burnside, Angelo, that will be on that hot new single that's getting ready to come out. All right, it's definitely gonna be hot. Yeah.
That's what's up. So, any plans to go overseas? I know you were talking about you getting a lot of radio time going on.
Well, it's been some talk about my manager and the people that I had did an interview with from over there in Africa. About trying to get me
They
over
go
there
do it.
man. Because I definitely want to do something there in Africa, man. Because there's a lot of stuff going on over there, man. That I think my platform can do some justice to.
Right.
The
Right.
people out there. But yeah, man. With this thing going on right now, man. That's what I want to do, man. Go share my music to people, man, that can live from, man, and learn from. I think I got a message in all my music. You know.
Nice, nice.
Well, listen, brother. Like I said, we definitely appreciate you being on the show. Like I said, we're not going to chew up too much more of your studio time. We will definitely reach back out to you. And fans, if you want to check out this show, it's invite only. Check out his Facebook and Instagram page. You can go to Real Talk with George and Frazier to get his information if you don't have it. Cozy, we appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you guys, man. I thank you for you guys taking up your time to bring me on your show, man. I love you guys, man.
No doubt.
No
Sorry
doubt.
for the inconvenience with for the difficulties, man, for the video for us to go live stream. But we made it happen though, man.
Oh yeah,
That's the main thing.
no
Always.
doubt. We find a way.
All right, brother. Be blessed.
The Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys, man.
No
Appreciate
doubt.
you, man. Much love, Cozy. Much love.
All right, now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's up?
I like that brother, man. He's always hustling. He's new. He's inventive.
Always,
He's this
man.
place. He's that place. He's streaming his studio sessions online. A lot of different ideals that people don't take, that people don't understand when it comes to marketing. Because I feel like, Fraser, everything that has happened, people's ideals have been pre-COVID.
Yeah,
But now that COVID is here with us and these protocols are here with us and everything can stop at a drop of a dime or you could be quarantined for 2 weeks, it's just like almost life just can't stop. You see what I mean?
exactly.
And all of a sudden, streaming videos and having meetings and doing things very creatively is not a profanity, it's not a curse word. I know
Nope.
people that wouldn't do anything online until they had to, you know. And so it's nice to see that artists, business people, and everybody now is embracing the streaming service and the streaming life and platform for their lives to be able to grow, man. And I'm just so
Exactly.
excited for that brother, man, that he's out doing his thing and making it happen for himself. My man said he's an independent major. Yo,
Exactly.
I like that. I like that. As a matter of fact, we independent majors too. Check us out now on Pandora, Real Talk with George and Frazier. I'm gonna put that out there right
Oh
now.
yeah.
All right, Google it. If you don't know what it is, ask somebody. We definitely there doing our thing.
Exactly. You can't Google us too. You can't Google.
Oh
Real
yeah.
talk. Just right. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, no doubt about it. That's right. We just got put on Pandora last month, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
Oh yeah.
But Frage, what else been going on, man? I mean, there's all kind of fight news, man. Did you watch
Everything, man.
UFC, man, with how they trying to dog my man Ngannou?
Man, that one there. That was a play fight, man. That was a practice round. He ain't show up yet. He come back. He come back this week. Proud too. Go fight too.
But the thing about it was, I wish I would have let my friend Fred know from TLC Network, uh, because um, this is what people like Ariel Hawani and everybody else have
Yep.
been complaining about the UFC for years.
Yeah.
Everybody respects the fact that they basically stood this sport up and created the sport of mixed martial arts, because without them doing what they've done, it wouldn't be here and it wouldn't be legal
Exactly.
across the world. We understand that. But to a degree, they are um, acting like they're the sport. They own it. They're everything to it. And I feel like that is wrong. That's like one person saying, "I'm football." No, you're
Yeah.
not football. You're the league. You're not football, because if you're
Exactly.
football, then that means that we can't play football in high school. You see what I mean? Like, you're trying to control something that you can't control.
Exactly.
You contributed to it. You contribute to the growth, but you're just one entity. And it
Yeah.
just breaks my heart, man, to hear some of these contracts that these brothers were signing. And the thing about MMA, we're both martial artists, Frazier. You know what I'm going to say here.
Yeah.
In a certain martial art, you have your striking, you have this, you have that, but you know what you're going to get. Okay.
Exactly.
Like if I'm kickboxing, I know that I'm going to get some shin splints. I know I may get some knees. I know, I may have some lacerations, this, that, and the third. In MMA, you don't know if you're going to get ruptured, this, pop, elbow, that, broken neck, this, black crank, knee pop,
Exactly.
ankle twisted up, you know, and everything else that goes along with that. You don't know. And so because
Exactly.
you don't know, these guys fight and put their bodies on the line. And then years down the road, you see them, they're just put together with chicken wire and metal in their back, metal in their eye.
Yep.
You hear about these guys saying, look, my eye socket got broken eye socket here,
Exactly.
and the only thing that was keeping my eye from falling out of my face was the swelling in my face. And I'm just like, yo, what kind of quality of life is that for $100,000?
It's not. That's the problem, and that's the problem. Why open the door for other leagues to come in, like PFL, all the other leagues to come up. Because one, think about it, you don't give quality fighters opportunity anymore. You choose fighters. You choose who you think a good fighter who gonna bring the crowd to you. But there's a lot of young fighters who would never get a chance at UFC because their qualifications. They feel I'm the better than everybody else. I can't do like to be there. You got to be elite. You got to be the best of the best. Which they be real about it. The quality of fighters haven't been that great lately. I mean, they haven't been that great. They will allow other leads come in and overshine them. I
Well,
mean, think
the
about
thing about it too is the fact that you can, like you said, you can only choose them for so long. They
it.
want to
Exactly.
control everything. I mean, look at a guy like Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley made it over $4 million in two fights that he fought this kid. Lost them
Exactly.
both, okay, but he made over $4 million. Now, that's more money than he's made in 10 fights with the UFC. As a champion, he was only making $400,000 fight money. Now,
That's crazy.
here is the here is if you can apply both of that. Boxers make $2 to $3 million a fight if you're a champion and it's a big fight. Okay.
Exactly.
Other boxers make 15 to $20 million a fight if you're a champion, it's a big fight pay-per-view. Okay.
Exactly.
Conor McGregor went in and did what Francis Ngannou actually should be doing. If you're going to allow your contract fighters to go wrestle and go do all these other things, you can't stop me from boxing. Okay. And when they realized they couldn't, what happened? They got involved with that Floyd Mayweather fight.
Yep.
UFC made a couple $100 million as co-promoters. Conor McGregor made 110 million as co-promoter. Floyd Mayweather made, I think, eight
Over
figures,
200 million.
eight
Over two
figures,
hundred million.
nine, 8, 9 figures. What he made, whatever he made,
Yeah.
doing that. Okay. And so you sit here, and like I said, if I was Anderson Silva, I'd be pissed because
Yeah.
Anderson Silva had the opportunity to fight Roy Jones Jr. when they both was in their prime.
Prime.
That would
Yep.
that would have been the kind of fight that you saw with Mayweather and McGregor,
Conor McGregor.
and it didn't happen. Oh no, they fought him the tooth and nail, this, that, and the third. Boom. And then you wonder why he's mad because he's not doing everything that he's supposed to be doing to make money. And you
Yeah.
can't be in an organization where, I'm putting my body on the line and you're the one making all the money and shooting me crumbs. And then you get mad when I say you shooting me crumbs. You know,
Exactly.
Dana White and all these other individuals will keep going on. The UFC is the machine that will always be there. But I'm the one that has to deal with that broken orbital bone. I'm the one that has to deal with this. I'm the one that has to deal with that for the rest of my natural life. You see
Yeah.
them?
Big
And so,
OT. He had to come back after retirement and come back to fight because he needed the money. He needed to get back in to make the extra money because you think about it, medical bills you gotta pay. You got all this stuff you gotta deal with after you finish fighting that they don't cover. You know, they would let's say when in football, when they had their player league, when concussion protocol, concussions over years it messed them up. They can't think, they can't function properly. Same with fighters. When they get up in their 40s and 50s, now they're starting to feel the repercussion of their younger days of the fighting, constant
yeah,
hit.
I mean, the thing
Remember,
about it, so to cut you off, Frazier, is even when you coming back to fighting, what a lot of people don't know is a lot of people that fight in these professional organizations. It's not just the UFC. Any organization or regional organization where you have a show, they don't understand that 40 to 50% of those fighters fight hurt. And the reason why they
exactly.
fight hurt is because when they go to the show, they can say, oh, uh, I got to go to the hospital because this is hurt, that is hurt. And that's where they get their injuries fixed. You see what I
Yeah,
mean? That's where they get their injuries fixed. It's not, oh, Well, he was injured, this, that, and the third in the fight. Nobody knows. I play it off very well. I get into the fight, and then bang, after the fight, I go back and say, oh, this is bruised, that's broken, this is torn, so forth and so on. And people be like, okay, yeah, he was in a fight. Okay, we'll fix it. But
Exactly.
just imagine if we all had proper medical insurance, we could pay for that ourselves. We don't have to sit here and pull ourselves through this grueling,
Exactly.
grueling thing just to get this stuff fixed for a few dollars. You know,
Exactly. You're right. You're right. And it's mentioned another thing too. You gotta look at football. They have actual trainers, each team, professional trainers. They don't have that when you're fighting. They have people that train that does it, but do they have real medical care to you? Do they take you back to get a CAT scan? No. Can't take you back to get a scan, wrap you up? No. They can't do that in football. So that's the problem a lot of athletes complain about in UFC. We need better medical on ringside, not just at home. Now when you get off, because they're too late then. Look at what happened. Look at McGregor. He literally shattered his leg. What happened? He had to carry him to the hospital from there. They couldn't take care of it right then and there. You see what I'm saying?
and look, I understand that. No, I understand that. But these are the guys that get the top Conor McGregor, these Chris Weidman, all these other guys. These are the guys, you know, when you get broken and stuff like that, they're the ones that fix that stuff for you the next day. Conor McGregor was in the cast within 18, 19 hours after his surgery, rolling
Exactly.
around. You see what I mean?
What about smaller guys?
I'm
That's the
talking
thing.
about the guys who are not the $100 million fighters.
Exactly.
who
The
are
smaller
sitting,
guys.
the guys who are sitting there. And honestly, what people don't know is MMA fighting is a great sport, but it's kind of the worst sports when it comes to pay, even boxing. Because
Yeah.
at a certain time in boxing, you command certain amount of money that they cannot take away from you. In MMA, you got guys that have been fighting and are only still getting $15,000 to show up, fight
Yep.
money. 10 years,
That's it.
$15,000 to show up, fight money. That's it. And so if you
That's,
have three fights, you made $45,000. And with
yep.
the UFC, they took away all the sponsorship money, and they're not sharing all the sponsorship money, but they make you wear their clothes. So they're not
Exactly.
giving you the clothes money. The UFC is keeping it. And that's another
Exactly.
thing that I had with the UFC. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not
Branding.
not to rag on the UFC, but it's just like you had fighters that would fight in the UFC for $1,500. Where they made their money was in sponsorship.
Yeah.
You would have people put their sponsor on there. That's $1,000. It's that and the third boom to walk in. When
Exactly.
the UFC started reaching for money, and they were just like, nah, this guy made $50,000. We didn't get a taste of it because most of that was sponsorship money. No, he had a great manager that went out and got him that sponsorship money.
Exactly.
That's when they started banning him, and then that's when they started bringing their own clothes and looking for their clothes, and then banning fighters that you couldn't wear anybody else's sponsor but mine.
Yes.
Why
Exactly.
would you handcuff a fighter like that? No other sport can do that. You get
Power. Control. Power control. Remember, if they control everything, they control what you make, what you pay, you gotta go to them. In order for them to do that, they have to stay on top. That's why they fight so hard to stay on top because it allowed them to do that. Now, here's the one thing I'll tell you. What Paul made, he made a good statement after that fight with Wheatley. He said, "This is why the President fight worked so well, is because it showed that you guys do not pay these fighters enough money. He took this fight because he wanted the money. The money was good. You guys don't pay enough." He made a valid point. If you guys start paying people more money, you wouldn't have to take exhibition fights. We wouldn't make money exhibition fight. You guys got a champion who a three-time champ made almost 20 times more. He made his whole career in MMA. You know
right,
what I'm saying? So it is sad to say somebody outside the ring who just making a show out of it see the exact same thing me and you see, George, that them fighters are not getting appreciated. They're not getting what they deserve. Like me with Mayweather, hip motion. He got big off of them not treating fighters properly in WBA. You see what I'm saying? He get quality fighter because they don't treat him right. So he can get the top fighters to come to him. You know why? He's paying them $2 million
right,
with the endorsements, branding. So they make money. Then on top of that, he made sure the fight gonna make the money. He
right.
promote the fight. Like Paul did. He promote the hell of that fight.
Hmm.
Even though it's part two, he lost one, but two made more money than one did.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So you got people like that who really good at branding, marketing, are now overcoming UFC and taking fighters from them and putting them on another platform. You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah, and you also too, believe it
So
or not, a lot of people like to go to the UFC, but there's a lot of fighters that are like, I'm not going to the UFC because they're not paying anything. PFL just paid their fighters in the championship $1 million, $1
exactly,
million. Okay,
exactly.
if that was any other organization, you would have got 100,000. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are actually
The
looking
why
at
the
that.
fight is better. The why the
Yeah,
fights are better. They fight harder. When you give them something to fight for, and you don't handicap them and allow them with other branding, other companies to allow them to get endorsements, so they can train and fight. 'Cause remember, when you're fighting, you need full concentration. You can't have a full time job at the same time trying to train. You will never win a championship that way
that's
because you
true.
don't have your 100%.
True. Listen, I want to transition real quick to football, man. I know that. Oh yeah, I know you're gonna put your hands up. How you think the whole football league is going, man? And who you think gonna take it to the
Man, look
Super
here.
Bowl?
I want to tell you, we done came from one of the best weekends of playoff football, I think, in NFL history. All
Really?
ended in a field goal. What? All ended in a field goal. Look, the Buffalo Bill game, they were scoring to 20 seconds into the fourth quarter. They were still scoring. I mean, they were still making points. When have you ever seen that before? When I
Right.
watching March Madness, you want to get up and go, oh my God, what happened? Who scored? Oh God, I thought he scored again. I mean, it was crazy. You actually did not want to get out your seat for the first time in history. Right or wrong? Come on now.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I had one satisfaction. I saw Brady do this. That was a joy of history. That was so much joy. That was just so much
Come
joy,
on,
man.
man. You from Florida? Ain't you
I'm
glad
a
that
Dolphin
Tom
fan.
Brady?
Brady tormented us for years. I am a Dolphin fan. He tormented the Dolphin for years. So to see him and his face expression like that was a joy to me. I was like this.
Okay, so let me ask you a question then, because I feel like I put it like this. Look, all my brothers are still tight about the Buffalo Bills thing. I mean, they're just tight
Why? It was
because
gonna happen. It was gonna happen.
13 seconds and you're 3 points ahead. You just run that ball around the field. You don't sit here and just do some of the stuff they did to lose, man. It's crazy.
Look here, like I said before, when you in the playoffs, everything get exposed. They had no running game defense. Their middle was soft the whole game. It's just they never exploited it. They waited to the right time to exploit it. Think about it. You had Tyree Hill on lockdown the whole entire game. He get loose on a cross pattern, cross the middle, and use his speed to miss tackles, for one. And then after that, it show how slow your defense really is. That man went past four people like with a sprint race. He won the Olympics. He won a relay.
You said they in the street in the Olympics.
It's like Olympics, man. He was getting burnt. So, I mean, you had all that, and then just to say that, you let him get in field goal range, and then you defend like this. I don't know what happened. What you mean you don't know what happened? You took a vacation at the wrong time. You took
That's
off the wrong time.
that's true. Well, let me ask you this now: who you think is going to get there? You think Kansas City is going to go back?
You know what? I said it. I'm a Cincinnati fan right now. The reason why I said it is the man took 9 sacks, George. The man took 9 sacks and still turned around and kept his team in a chance to win the game, George. You know how hard that is to do?
Yeah,
I don't even Tom Brady can't do that. Peyton Manning did it one time, but he was banged up real bad and you had to the game.
right.
But there's few quarterbacks that can take 9 sacks. Three of them were clean. He didn't even see coming.
Hmm.
Get back up and still perform.
Okay,
That
so you have Cincinnati. Who else do you have?
Oh, now you're going over the 49ers and the Rams. Now, see, I'm going to Rams fan because I don't think 49 got him a luck in them left.
Okay.
Come on, George. The 49 had a lucky charm, man. They had to. There's no way they could have beat Green Bay like that. Not Green Bay. I mean, come on now, George. You read about it. You saw that game. Come on now, George.
Well, look, people rise to the occasion, man, and this is the playoffs. You know what I mean? So I like your choices, and the reason why I like your choices is because I like to see exciting Super Bowls. I like to see teams that haven't been there in a while. The Rams have not been there in the Super Bowl in a
Nope.
while, and neither has Cincinnati. I think the last time Cincinnati was there, Boomer Esiason was the quarterback.
And Ike Woods a running back. Moon Ike
Yes,
Shuffle.
Icky Shuffle. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I mean, that just goes to show you that you're going to have a great, great, great. a Super Bowl to watch because both teams are going to be hungry. I feel bad for Buffalo because the last time they were there, they choked. I wouldn't say choked. They
Well, they
lost by
choked.
a field goal,
They
and
choked.
they it seems like the organization has never ever recovered from that loss when it comes to everything. And they always get so close, but they never get there. But
Yep.
and
Taquan
being
get never get Taquan.
yeah, but from being up in that area, man, I just feel like if Buffalo ever went back to the Super Bowl, I know that what that would do for that entire Western New York area. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so
Oh,
that
don't
would
get me
definitely
wrong
be
now.
good too.
Hey, I give much respect to Josh Allen. I don't take nothing from him. It's a defense that didn't show up a damn game.
Right.
Everybody who lost by a field goal, their defense took a vacation.
Hmm.
And I felt bad for Josh because he was celebrating on the sideline, get ready, put the helmet hat on, go to then he's on it. What just happened?
Yeah.
Like literally, not even overtime. He like went from almost win the game, brought him downfield. They were up and down anyway, and won the game. Supposedly won the game for him. And what defense does? You let this man get almost 50 yards in under 10 seconds? Come
Yeah.
on, man. Two pass plays. I'm talking about you ain't even hold a man down, take a penalty or something. I mean, do something. Come on.
Right.
Come on. You let the man march down the field. And then on top of that, the same guy that you've been holding the whole entire game, Kelsey, gets a freaking catch and puts him in field goal range, like right there.
Hmm.
Come on, 20 some y'all pass, and the guy linebacker look out there, got caught like there. Dang, come on, man. I mean, I feel bad for Josh, man. I feel bad for the whole big organization. And then to find out too that they lost the offensive coordinator to the
Hmm.
Giants.
Hmm.
So they don't even have the offensive coordinator who got him in there anymore. He's going to the Giants. So
Right.
now they get a whole new offense next year. They might not even get close no more. They might not even come in and get even semi close to what they have right now. They're gonna
Right.
be like what team every team in NBA when they get to the championship they finally get and lose the championship game, they don't never go back. But 10 years later, yeah, they got the bug right now. So now I feel bad for them, man.
All right. So one more thing, man. Going into this weekend, man, you said you have Cincinnati and you have the Rams.
I have the Rams. That's what I'm going with.
Okay, I respect that. I'm not picking because the reason why I'm not picking is because I like
Same
your
thing.
choices. I like your choices. Like I said, Cincinnati hasn't been there since the Icky Shuffle. So to have them go and test their metal, that'll be great. And the Rams. I mean, what was that brother's name, running back from the
Donald.
Rams?
No, I'm Aaron Donald. That man single handedly won that game for them. Hate to say it. He put Brady so much on his back till I think Brady had Nick Flash, or Whiplash, and all kind of lashes. Or hit because what happened.
So
He
let
came
me
back
ask you
about it.
real quick, man, before we wrap this up. How many more years left you think Tom Brady has? Because Tom was talking like he has 10 years.
Look, he's done already. Brady done, man. Look, put it this way, he like Big Ben. You gotta know when to quit, man. You gotta know when to go. Come on, what else can you possibly do? Let's be real about it. What else can you possibly do? Because apparently your team not gonna let you get back to Super Bowl again. So I mean, go ahead, negotiate your broadcasting deal. They like I'm sure Ben did with them zeros and say, "Ooh, I'm gonna take that deal and retire." He's going to retire. Relax, take a load off, be a commentator, make good money, and just talk about football the rest of your life.
How
You
about
still
how about Gronkowski?
he done. He injury prone. He might as well retire. He the waiting on Brady. He like put it this way. He like Jackson 5 waiting for Michael to come back and never come back. He just want to let it go. Can't let it go. He just can't let it go.
Oh, too funny.
I mean, come on. It's like a partnership that is never gonna end, like a marriage that's still there, holding it down to one of them say I quit. I give it up. I'm like, you know what? This marriage is
Okay.
over.
Well, listen, y'all. We're gonna watch that. Like I said, we're getting ready for this snow up here. They said we're going to get about eight,
Oh, you gonna snow? You got the
eight
heater,
to.
George?
I got everything. Fresh. I went. I got gas earlier. I checked both snow
Nice.
blowers. I got everything. So that's what I'm gonna be on. And just I even went and got made sure the generator was working. So the
Oh
generator
yeah,
man,
oh yeah.
boom. we got that because it's cold up here, so we're definitely gonna need
Well,
heat.
you know what, George? No, we are down here in the heat, so we
Yeah,
always shift up to you.
yeah,
We
y'all,
come
y'all
rescue
in
you.
y'all in the Miami joint, you know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's
right. We
definitely,
can rescue you.
definitely all good. But hey, listen, it's a pleasure being back, man. Getting back to the grind. Y'all check us out. Check out that brother Cozy Mobetta on his Facebook page,
Definitely.
Instagram page in the studio right now. Phrase, definitely appreciate you, man. Hey, this is George,
Hey, this is Phrase.
and that was Real Talk with George and Fraser. Peace, y'all,
Peace out. Follow us on all platforms.
on all platforms.